on again and off again, and then on again and perhaps off again, legislation that's designed to help the climate and renewable energy may be on again for the moment. The first vehicle to grid program is tested in California, and solar manufacturers starting to use recyclable pallets to ship solar panels. I'm Jay Warmke with Blue Rock Station, and this is the news from the solar industry for the week of August 1st. On July 27th, it was announced there was a reconciliation deal between Chuck Schumer and Joe Manchin of West Virginia. This bill, called the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, is essentially designed to deal with prescription drug pricing, also with some climate change initiatives. But for our purposes here, the solar industry is in this bill as well. In fact, the 10-year extension of the investment tax credit at a level of 30% is included in this bill. Now, basically, that means if you buy a system and install it, you can take 30% of the cost of that system as a tax credit, not a deduction, but a credit against your federal income taxes. The current ITC is set to expire next year. It may also include an option for nonprofit companies as well as governmental agencies to receive this credit back in the form of a rebate, but it does not include this option for residential homeowners. So it's tax credit or nothing there. It also includes 30% for standalone storage. In the past, you've had to incorporate storage with renewable energy systems such as wind or solar. And the electric vehicle limit for tax credits is being eliminated, and there will be a $7,500 tax credit for the purchase of a new electric vehicle. And if you buy a used electric vehicle, you can take up to a $4,000 tax credit. Now, why is this called the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022? Well, anyway, they're claiming that this will actually reduce inflation due to increased economic activity and putting a 15% minimum tax rate on all corporations that are $1 billion or larger. We'll see how that works. The first vehicle to grid project is being tested in San Diego. San Diego Gas and Electric has announced that they've hooked up a 8-bus fleet. The 8 buses, these are electric school buses at the Cajun Valley Union School District. And what this does is allows for bidirectional charging. So you can charge from the grid, you can also discharge to the grid. Now, where they're looking at this in the future is, for instance, California currently has about 1.1 million electric vehicles. And during electric grid requirements, where there's more demand than available supplies, they can then use this combined fleet of electric vehicles as a source of energy, basically a virtual power plant. Currently, under the California program, Emergency Load Reduction Program, they will pay as much as $2 a kilowatt hour for power that's exported to the grid from a distributed system during a grid emergency. So it has a lot of applications. This should change the way our grid operates into the future. An operation and maintenance firm called NovaSource has announced that they are providing, as part of their long-term servicing, a 99% uptime guarantee. Now, this is interesting, not just to cite them, but that the industry is beginning to see that it is, in fact, reliability that is a big selling point, and I think we'll start to see more of this from other firms. And in other, tangent news of solar, a company called Bayware, or Bayware, not quite sure how that's pronounced, is offering recyclable and reusable pallets for the shipping of solar panels. Now, these pallets are pretty cool. They anticipate they will reduce waste, packaging. They better protect the solar panels during shipping. They're collapsible, adjustable to size, and you can get them either on a deposit, sort of like when you used to buy soda pop and you'd pay a deposit on the bottle and return the bottle, or you can lease these pallets. They're made from recyclable materials and they are fully recyclable at the end of their life. Well, that's the news from solar for this week. We'll see you next week.